Welcome to the Radio Plays Project. In this episode, we present 3 short plays by New York-based playwright Donald Loftus, adapted for performance as radio dramas. The Radio Plays Project is produced by the Department of Theatre and the Mask and Hammer Theatre Club for SUNY Oneonta, featuring the work of our students and faculty and exploring written work by new and nationally recognized playwrights, as well as traditional works from the golden age of radio. In this episode, our first short play, Amusing Willie, considers the creative struggles of the world's most famous playwright, as he shares an early draft of a new play with the 3 creative muses upon whom he relies for inspiration. Here's Amusing Willie.
And then she wakes up.
What? She wakes up?
Well, I did not see that comment.
Shush, Erato.
Well, pardon me.
And what exactly does he do?
What do you mean?
I mean, what is his reaction to her sudden resurrection from the dead?
Well, Calliope, he's thrilled, of course.
He's thrilled.
Well, naturally, he is thrilled to see that she is in fact not dead.
Naturally. And then?
And then they have this huge wedding, and all of the family members who once were feuding are now getting along famously, and everything is really good, and everyone is really happy at last. The end.
The end? What?
Oh, you're having a go at us, ain't you?
No, that cannot be the end.
No, I'm not having a go, as you so cleverly put it. And yes, it is absolutely the end. What's wrong with it?
No, you're right. It is the end. It is the end of your playwriting career.
No, why are you saying that?
Because it is the truth.
Truth Smooth, you are so negative.
No one wants to see these characters all happy and content. Not after what you've put us through for the last 3 hours.
And by the way, the prologue promised the play would only occupy the 2 hours traffic of our stage, so we are already kind of angry.
We have sat there through 5 acts and 23 scenes. Something had better happen!
Something does happen. It can't always be about murder, revenge, treachery, madness, and moral corruption. Oh, sure, those things are terrific, but in this case, they all live happily ever after.
Yawn.
The critics will crucify you.
Okay, Calliope. Ladies, why don't you just go ahead and tell me how I should end my own play?
No.
No, really. Let's just cut to the chase.
No, it is your play, Willie. We've no right to rewrite it. We can only offer our suggestions.
Well, okay then.
It is entirely up to you whether or not you take them and put them to good use. But if you don't want to hear our...
No, out with it. You are meant to be my muses. Amuse me.
Okay, give us a minute.
But you said you didn't want to. This is what I think should happen. I disagree.
Erato, why aren't you in the huddle?
I don't do plot development. I'm only here to add the colour.
I don't agree. Well, okay. But what if he goes in there? Just say it. You'll say it, not me. Okay. Well, we can both say it together.
Okay, here it is. In the final scene, you have him go into an insane, violent rage as he breaks into her family tomb.
He breaks into her tomb? Why would he do that?
To see her one last time because he loved like crazy.
But then his rival... what's his name?
Paris?
Wait! Can we pause and reflect here for a moment?
Now what?
It's these names you've chosen.
What of it?
It's just that... naming all of your male roles after major cities, well, it just isn't working for me. Rome, Paris, Constantinople, it's taking me out of the play every time I hear one of these.
I thought that was kind of fun.
It's not.
Okay, but Paris has to stay. I promised a buddy of mine named Paris that I'd use his name in my next play.
Fine, but let's change Constantinople to... Tybalt.
And Rome to... Romney. No, Romanoff.
How about Romeo?
Romeo, I like that.
Okay, so now Romeo gets to the tomb and... What were you saying about his rival?
Oh, right. Then his rival, Paris, thinks he has come to mess around with the bodies. You know, like desecrate them in some way, just to be a punk. And not just his girlfriend's body, but all of her dead aunties and uncles too who are lying about. So Paris jumps Romano, but Romano has got a knife. So he stabs Paris and kills him.
Then Romeo sees her, and he is dazzled by her beauty, even though she is clearly or forever, so he thinks, dead as a doorknob.
And without hesitation, he kisses her, drinks the poison, and dies at her side.
What? He kills himself? So now Mercutio, Constant, Tybalt, Romeo, and Paris are all dead?
What a fun play!
And isn't Sleeping Beauty going to be surprised when she finally wakes up?
Hold on! A moment later, the friar arrives and discovers the dead bodies of Romeo and Paris. She then awakens from her death-like sleep and looks for Romeo, saying, "Where is my Romeo?"
Then, upon seeing the bodies of Romeo and Paris, she freaks the fuck out!
And she takes Romeo's dagger and kills herself right there.
Holy shit! Now they're all dead?
I'm afraid so.
But how's the audience going to feel about that?
They are going to love it!
Okay. You know, while I do appreciate your help and guidance, I have to say that this time I must put my foot down and go with my own artistic instincts.
Ooh, bad idea. The last time you did that, you gave us The Two Gentlemen of Verona.
That's right. And what a piece of garbage that was.
Okay, that's being a little harsh, don't you think?
Oh, don't take it personally, darling.
I worked on that piece of garbage for like a fortnight.
Don't get me wrong. There were a couple of witty lines. Well, maybe just the one.
Yes, but really, most of the play was a steaming pile of...
It's true, Willie. And while I'm not one to judge past works by present standards, the casual misogyny at the conclusion of that play was alone awful enough to make the whole evening a disturbingly dismal dumpster fire.
Talia, you hate everything I do.
Willie, that is simply not true. Name one other play.
Pericles.
Okay, you got me there. It wasn't the rancid cesspool that Two Gentlemen was, and I actually liked Act 4, but you're right. The first 3 acts were so wretched I thought you were trying to write a horrific play. And if you were, then you succeeded.
Thank you.
At one point, one of your dull characters discusses how poor his speaking is. I thought for sure you were being ironic.
Oh, but if we are bringing up the works that are better left forgotten, let's not forget the 2 noble kinsmen.
Too late. Everyone already has.
I thought you muses were supposed to inspire me. Just so you know, right now you are only inspiring me to choose a different career.
Oh, come on. We just named a few of the nasty ones. Most of your other works will probably last another 5, maybe 6 years. The rest of your plays are quite good, actually.
Hold on. Lest we forget charmless, plotless, lead characterless mess that was entitled The Merry Wives of Windsor.
Oh, come on. There were a few charming bits in that one.
Not really. And this is why you need to heed our words. We're here to help.
We've reminded you of these past second-rate excursions onto the stage, not to torment to excess, as you tormented every character and most of the audience in Taming of the Shrew, but instead to help you.
Remember, when you were working on The Winter's Tale, we told you that you had to make a decision. Was it to be a comedy or a tragedy? It cannot be both, but did you listen?
You haven't mentioned the Henrys. Can I therefore assume that you like the Henrys?
Actually, 4 and 6 left me cold. 8 I left at intermission. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad, but it was still not nearly as good as it could and should have been.
The Comedy of Errors?
Too sweet.
Timon of Athens?
Too bitter.
A Midsummer Night's Dream?
Too fluffy.
That's it. I'm turning in my quill pen for a hammer and a saw. I'll be a carpenter and I'll be done with a lot of you.
Nonsense. You have and will continue to write brilliant plays. Not every play has to be life-changing. Fun and smart also have their place.
We are only reminding you of some of our past advice that you ignored, so that you will make the right decisions about this play that you are working on.
That's right, Willie. We are here to inspire you, help you.
And of course it will always be your decision whether you take our advice or not, and whether you have a grand success or a pathetic failure.
Okay, I understand. And I do appreciate your help.
And Willie, there is just one more thing about this current project, this play that you are working on.
Yes, Calliope, what is it?
It's the title, Romeo and Jezebel. Just doesn't fall right on the ear. Give that some thought, will you?
Okay, I will.
That was Amusing Willie by Donald Loftus. Our cast for this performance was Hideki Enriquez as Willie, Jocelyn Shepard as Thalia, Muse of Comedy, Gillian Canavan as Erato, Muse of Love Poetry, and Katie Lemon as Calliope, Muse of Epic Poetry. Our next performance brings us from the classical theater to a stage door on 53rd and Broadway during the second week of March 2020. In our second short play by Donald Loftus, Tonight at the Stage Door, we come face to face with just how much has changed for two people who have built their lives around a life in the theater.
Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Hello? Can anybody hear me?
What the? Hear you? Jesus, they can hear you in Harlem. Go away, we're closed.
What?
We're closed. The virus, the pandemic. Do you live under a rock? Surely by now you gotta know.
No, but you don't understand.
No, you don't understand, you numbskull. Now go away.
Charlie? Charlie, it's me, Jimmy. I'm in the chorus.
In the chorus of what?
Well, I was in the chorus of West Side Story. I'm anxious.
Yes, you sound anxious.
No, I mean I play anxious, or rather, I played anxious before the pandemic shut us down.
Anxious? I don't know no anxious. Snowboy, Mouthpiece, Arab. These I know, but I don't know no anxious.
Okay, maybe you know me as Chorus Boy 7.
Oh, Chorus Boy 7. So now you're Chorus Boy 7?
Well, not now, but before the virus, I was Chorus Boy 7. That's how the director referred to me.
Nice. So what, he couldn't call you by your name?
Well, I didn't have any lines. It was a small part.
Hey, kid, there are no small parts. And in fact, now there are no parts, period, because we're closed. So please go on home now, anxious boy.
No, wait! Charlie, please. Could you please open the door? It's freezing out here.
Look, kid, it ain't gonna happen. I ain't gonna open the door for a total stranger.
But we're not strangers. You know me. I'm the chorus kid who stuck around to watch your card trick each night. Every night. You even showed me how some of the tricks were done.
The little kid with the bright eyes and the big smile? I do remember you. All the other chorus punks raced out each night, but you stayed to watch. I appreciated that.
Yes. So could you please open the door?
No, I'm sorry, but I'm not to open the door for no one.
Come on, please. Just a few minutes. Just until I warm up.
Okay, but let me get the hand sanitizer. Do not touch the doorknob until you use the hand sanitizer. All right, where is that stuff? Hold on, it is as dark as pitch in here. Okay, come in, but keep your distance. 6 feet, they say. Oh my God, you're shivering. Your lips are blue.
Yes, I know. I'm freezing.
Oh, damn. Here, put this around you. It looks pretty seedy, but I promise you won't catch anything from it, and it's warm.
Thank you, Charlie. Oh, my, it's so nice and warm in here.
All right, feeling better?
Yes, I can almost feel my toes again.
Wow, that's a start.
This place is kind of creepy at night. It's so dark.
Yeah, well, it's not always this dark. I did something tonight I ain't ever done before. I turned off that ghost light, the lamp there at center stage.
Yes, I know what a ghost light is.
I just thought, what's the point of keeping it burning? I mean, theater's empty. Theater ain't gonna have anything going on, probably for months.
I know, but isn't that supposed to be bad luck in the theater?
I guess.
I mean, they say the light's function is to chase away the troublesome ghosts that are said to haunt every theater in the world.
Theatrical folks are a superstitious lot, right? Wishing actors a broken leg instead of good luck, avoiding whistling backstage and being careful not to say Mac. I mean, the Scottish play. Right, and they do say turning off the ghost light's going to bring bad luck, but considering where we are these days, I figured how much worse can it get?
I totally get it.
But that, of course, that was before you came pounding at the door.
Jeez, thanks.
So what's going on? You dress like it's summertime. The hell's wrong with you? You trying to catch your death?
No, I just don't have any clothes for this weather.
What? Didn't see it coming? It's freaking March in New York City. It's always colder than a penguin's pecker.
I only recently came up from Wickenburg.
Wiccan what?
Wickenburg, a small town in Arizona, a small hot town. It's like 80 degrees there today. I don't really have many clothes appropriate for this weather.
You're gonna get sick running around like that. Why are you even out on such a night? There's a curfew. You can get in a lot of trouble.
My landlord threw me out. And he's keeping whatever belongings I do have as collateral for the background, including my only warm jacket.
Damn. He sounds like a real heartless jerk.
Well, truth be told, I was already behind in my rent, and then when the show closed, he said it was the last straw.
That's horrible. So, you going back to Wackingbird?
Wickenburg. No, I can't. I have no money. I can't even afford a bus fare to Brooklyn, let alone Arizona.
Maybe your folks could send you something, like a wire transfer.
I just have my mom, and she has less money than me. Besides, it would break her heart. She was so proud of me getting into a Broadway show. It has been a dream that she and I have shared since I was a kid.
It's kind of nice that you two could share a dream like that.
I think she originally probably wanted it for herself in the early days, but once she realized it wasn't going to happen for her, she decided to devote her efforts to see that someday it would happen for me.
Well, what about your dad? Was he cool with all this?
My dad left us when I was 7, ran off with some floozy.
A floozy, huh?
Yeah, that was my mom's word for her. Oh, but it never slowed her down. My mom is strong-willed. Nothing slows her down. She spent every day since my dad walked out taking care of me, looking out for me, trying to help see my dream come true. Our dream. When I was a kid, in addition to her day job, she took in laundry at night, just so I could afford to go to dance classes. And so, when I got the part on Broadway, she lit up like a marquee. It would break her heart to see where I've ended up.
But she must know about Broadway closing down. It's happening all over the world, even in Wackybird.
Wickenburg. Yes, but I've convinced her it is just temporary and that I'm doing fine. I cannot let her know.
So what are you going to do? Is there a friend you can call or?
No, I have no friends. I've been in rehearsals every minute since I arrived. I haven't had time to make friends.
So where you going to stay?
Well, that's just it. I was hoping I could stay here.
What? Here? No, that is not possible. Forget about it. Get that idea right out of your head.
But the theater is closed. You're the only one here. No one would have to know.
No, I'm sorry, but that's just not going to happen.
But I have nowhere else to go.
Well, there must be somewhere.
No, there's not. Why can't you just let me do this? I won't be a problem.
Look, if I tell you something, you got to promise to tell no one. No, really. I mean it. If I help you out, you got to promise me, and not just for now. You got to promise you will never.
Okay, I promise. Never, ever. What is it?
I am the night watchman here, but I also live here.
What do you mean?
I also got thrown out nearly 20 years ago, but not by a heartless landlord. Got thrown out by a heartless wife. So I moved in here, and no one has ever been the wiser.
Whoa, that's awful. Why would she do that to you?
It wasn't her fault. Oh, yeah, she was awful, but I was worse. Not exactly faithful and a bit of a drinker to boot. Marriage was doomed from day one. When she kicked me out, I was working here, but not making enough to get a place of my own. Not with the child support I needed to pay.
You've got a kid?
Well, not so much a kid anymore. She's nearly 22.
She's beautiful.
She is, isn't she? Her name is Maria.
Maria, say it loud and there's music playing.
Yes, it's kind of ironic, right? And like your mom is proud of you, I am very proud of her. You know, she's just finishing her senior year at Yale Drama. Like you, she wants to be an actor, but God only knows why.
That's fantastic, but Yale, that's expensive. Are you paying her tuition?
No, not on this salary. No, she got a scholarship, but I do send her what I can. So, secret is I too am homeless, or would be, except I live here in the basement of the Broadway Theatre as I have for nearly 20 years, and nobody, until now, has ever known it.
That's unbelievable. But why are you telling me? I mean, after all these years.
I think now, more than ever, we all need to do what we can to help each other, right? The world is in a mess, and I see you are in deep trouble, so I want to help you.
I think I'm going to start crying.
Yeah, all right, go on then, cry. This is a theater. We're supposed to feel free to express our emotions in this particular cathedral.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm also helping you because of my Maria. When she comes to New York, she too will struggle. All actors do, all artists do. I hope that if she ever got into trouble, someone would help her too.
Charlie, I cannot tell you how much this means to me.
There are unused dressing rooms in the basement.
There's a basement?
Nobody knows it. And no one remembers the dressing rooms that are down there. It's from back in the day when the shows had cast 60 or 70. I used the men's dressing room down there. You could use the women's.
Okay.
It's kind of a mess right now, but there's a couch to sleep on, and it's warm because you'll be near the furnace.
I can't believe this. Charlie, I will never forget this day.
You mean this night? It's nearly midnight.
Yes, this night. Tonight.
Tonight.
You saved my life tonight.
Tonight, a new friendship's been born.
Thank you, Charlie.
Hey, my pleasure, friend. Here's to better times.
To better times. Hey, Charlie, do you think we can turn the ghost light back on?
What, are you scared of the dark?
No, it's just that if we leave the light on, I don't know, it feels like the theater's ready.
Well, ready for what?
Well, for whatever comes next, I guess.
Hey, whatever you want, kid. Makes no difference to me.
I'd like to think that the stage is waiting for us to come home.
Well, for now, you are home, but yeah, let's leave the light on.
I feel better when there's a place for us.
All right. I see what you did there.
Thanks, Charlie.
No problem, kid.
That was Tonight at the Stage Door by Donald Loftus. Our cast for this performance was Michael Turner as Jimmy and Michael Krolder as Charlie. From the Broadway Theatre in Midtown, we travel to an exclusive Boston dress boutique, where the charming owner, Christopher, is finishing up his business day. In Dress Blues, we find ourselves on a late summer afternoon not so long ago, when in-person shopping without a mask or hand sanitizer was the norm, and the biggest worry, for some of us, was beating the holiday traffic to Cape Cod. Now here's dress blues.
No, thank you, Mrs. Banks. And again, if you decide on that little knit number, just ring me up. I will send it right back over. Okay, then. Have a wonderful holiday weekend. Bye-bye. And how are you doing in there, Mrs. Simmons? How's that Gautier working out? Mrs. Simmons? Mrs. Simmons, are you all right in there?
Oh, Christopher, I just don't know.
Can I help? Can I see? Mrs. Simmons, what's the problem?
Everything. I just don't think it suits me properly.
That is exactly what you said about the first 28 dresses you tried on today. They can't all not suit you. Now, come out of there and let me see. Oh my.
Oh, I know. It's just awful, isn't it?
No. It's not awful. No, you misread me. No, it is stunning. Really, simply stunning.
Really? And the fit?
The fit? As if it were cut and sewn for you. It is so you. Yes, in fact, it is screaming your name. Mrs. Simmons, Mrs. Simmons, buy me, buy me.
Oh, I'm just not sure.
Well, I'm completely sure. Never have I been so sure. Mrs. Simmons, have I ever led you astray?
Oh.
And I never would.
Lucy, I'm home. Let's go. I hear 495's a mess all the way to Hyannis. Oh, I didn't realize you had a customer. And so close to the closing time on the last Friday of the last weekend of the summer. Whoa. Uh-oh. I think we all know that's not working.
What did he say?
Nothing. Nicholas, behave. Mrs. Simmons, this is our new sales associate.
A sales associate? Who are you calling?
This is Mrs. Simmons, one of our most loyal customers. And I was just telling her how fantastic she looks in this dress.
But I'm not so sure.
I can understand that.
And so we are at a standoff, you see? And you, Nicholas, are the deciding vote. So, what do you think?
Well, do we have it in her size?
Oh, what?
What a joker that Nicholas is. Such a kidder.
No, I'm sorry. I was joking. Christopher, are we near ready?
I've just got to do the closing paperwork and...
Well, off you go. As your new sales associate, I can certainly service Mrs. Simmons.
May I leave you in the capable hands of Nicholas?
Well, I really prefer working with you.
I will be right in the back if you need me.
I don't know. I had one like this years ago in fuchsia.
Really?
The fuchsia one was even skimpier, even more bare. But back then I had a different body type. I was younger back then.
Well then, we clearly can't go back to the fuchsia.
I don't even know where I'd wear this dress.
Oh, so many places. It's so versatile, from day into night and back into day if necessary.
And tell me again, what do you call this color?
Blue?
No. He called it something else. That other boy who was helping me, what's his name?
Christopher? And he is not a boy. He owns this joint.
Yes, Christopher. Could you ask him to come out?
Oh, no. I'm afraid he is tied up right now.
But he has another name for it.
Another name for what?
For this color. This extraordinary color that you just so carelessly called blue.
The problem is, he's doing some closing paperwork, and we've got a 2-hour drive ahead of us, and we just...
Paperwork? Young man, you do realize that I am a customer.
Yes, the price tag dangling from the garment gave it away.
And as a customer, I'm demanding that he tear himself away from his paperwork. I want to know the name of this color. Young man, do you know who I am?
Yes, you are Mrs. Simpson.
Simmons, do you know how much money I have spent at this establishment for you to
Whoa,
call me?
whoa. What is going on here? What seems to be the problem?
Oh, Christopher, thank God you've come back. The problem is your newest sales clerk just called this blue.
He didn't.
Yes, he did. Can you imagine that?
No, but I'm sure he didn't mean.
Oh, yes, he did.
Nicholas, here at the Pika Chic Boutique, we call this magnificent shade cerulean blue.
Yes, that's it. Cerulean blue.
Cerulean blue. I'm sorry. I won't forget in the future.
Okay, thank you. So, are we good here now?
Yes, go do your paperwork. We are nearly finished here.
Okay, thank you. Call me if you need me, okay? Thank you.
So, what do you think? Are you going to take the dress?
It is pretty, but I don't know. Where does it come from?
Paris. All of the garments in the shop come from Paris.
No, I meant, where does the name cerulean come from?
Christopher! Mrs. Simpson.
Simmons!
Mrs. Simmons would like to know cerulean's etymology, its origins. Where does the word come from?
Oh, I believe it's from the Latin word caeruleus, meaning a dark blue, almost a midnight blue-green, which in turn derives from caerulum, the diminutive of caelum, meaning heavenly sky.
Huh.
Well, it is a pretty color. Okay then, thank you. You can go and finish your paperwork. We'll manage here.
Very well then.
It is a great color for you. It brings out your eyes.
Yes, but I was really looking for more of a gentian blue.
Bummer.
But you think this brings out my eyes? Ugh, even so, I don't think I ought to buy it.
But why not? It's perfect.
It's just with all the distress in the world. ISIS, the border, and now having to provide our own shopping bags. I mean, what a mess the world is in.
Yes, but we can't just stop living our lives. I mean, we have to go on. We must go on and buy things. Things that meet our fancy. Things that bring out the cerulean in our eyes. Otherwise, ISIS has won.
Well, maybe so. It's just with all the distress in the world. ISIS, the border, and now having to provide our own shopping bags. I mean, what a mess the world is in.
Yes, but we can't just stop living our lives. I mean, we have to go on. We must go on and buy things. Things that meet our fancy. Things that bring out the cerulean in our eyes. Otherwise, ISIS has won.
Well, maybe so. But what if Stephen doesn't like me in it?
Stephen, who is Stephen?
Mr. Simmons, my husband. What if he doesn't like me in it?
Why wouldn't he? Do you really think he won't?
There's no predicting what Mr. Simmons may or may not like. It is most likely he won't even notice what I'm wearing.
How is that possible?
On the rare occasion when he does notice me, he rarely approves, but mostly he looks right through me. At times, I think I'm invisible, and it is only getting worse, so no, I won't buy it today. But I will think about it.
Okay. Do you want us to hold it for you?
No, that's all right. You needn't hold it.
But what if you decide you do want it and it's gone?
No, I'm just not really going to think about it. I just said I was going to think about it so you didn't think it was your poor salesmanship that lost the sale.
Oh my God, Mrs. Simmons, are you crying? Why are you crying? Was it my poor salesmanship?
No, No, not at all. Look, I'm a 52-year-old woman.
So what? 52 is the new 49.
No, I've got to start facing the facts. I'm no kid anymore. I've got a disinterested husband with a roving eye who works in an office crawling with young, sexy millennials, all looking to fast-track their careers. But look, he's going to do what he's going to do. I can't stop that. I just don't want to lose his
Love, admiration, respect.
Ha! Those were lost years ago. Today I'd settle for an occasional kind remark. A caring glance at the breakfast table, a hug as he heads off to work.
Oh, dear, Mrs. Simmons.
Look, I realize time and gravity are working against me. And so, despite it all, or maybe because of it all, I really must try to make myself look as young and as attractive as I possibly can, regardless of how foolish it may make me feel in the process.
But in the process, you can't lose who you are. At some point, you have to stand up for yourself. You know, I am what I am kind of thinking.
Easier said than done.
And most importantly, you're going to have to say, hey, Stephen, you're damned lucky to have me, you rat, and I deserve better.
Young man, Nicholas, I do appreciate your concern. I really do. But I'm afraid you couldn't possibly understand what
No, I do understand. I spent every day of my youth trying to disguise who I was in order to be accepted. I too dressed in clothes I didn't belong in. I too said words that should have never come from this mouth. But then, one day I realized I was not living my life. I didn't like this fictional character I'd created. I finally decided to be me, to wear what I felt good and to say what was on my mind, and it was hard. And some friends walked away.
And now?
And now, today, I have no regrets. I'm glad to be who I am.
That's wonderful.
And if you give it a chance, you'd be happy to be you. If your husband can't accept it, then it's his problem, not yours.
You're very wise. Let me think on it. No, let me work on it. I hope to get there eventually.
You will. I know you will.
But as far as the dress goes...
Hey, you gave it your best shot. If it's not working, let it go. There will be others.
I so want to believe that that's true.
Come here. Give me a hug.
Oh, you are such a sweet boy.
Whoa, how are we doing here?
We are doing just fine, Christopher.
Yeah, Christopher. We're good.
No regret.
That was Dress Blues by Donald Loftus. Our cast for this performance was Julian Gautiango as Christopher, Capania Lynn Chase as Mrs. Simmons, and Peter Reardon as Nicholas. These performances were recorded and presented through special arrangement with the playwright and directed by Andrew Kahl. Thank you for joining us. We hope you have enjoyed this March episode of the Radio Plays Project. The stage manager for the Radio Plays Project is Rebecca Stranieri, with assistance from Emily Hallenbeck and Katie Litwalk. Sound recording and design by Belle Mendoza, with technical support from Scott Seeger and Matthew Grenier. Special thanks to Lisa Miller, Jared Stanley, and Dave Giese for their contributions. Stay tuned in April for our next episode from the Radio Plays Project, featuring episodes of Superman and the Adventures of the Thin Man, restaged from their original 1940s scripts. I'm Leo Frascator. Please join us next month for episode 3 of the Radio Plays Project.
Flying in a fire, and I feel in my heart that the seed has been sown. It is something quite new. It's like nothing I've known. No